அனைவருக்கும் வணக்கம் and a very good day to all. I feel so honored to welcome you all to the workshop Retail Knowledge Series to Emerging Technologies in Retail Opportunities for the Future. Prayer is the best wireless connection to God. Let us start this workshop with our college prayer followed by Tamilthai Varthu by Ms. Sai Lakshmi from BCom CS. Please join us for prayer.
Namo Ariyantanam, Namo Siddhanam, Namo Ayariyanam, Namo Vajayanam, Namo Loye Savasagunam. Eso Panchanamokaro, Sarva Papa Panashano, Mangalana Che Sarvesan, Padam Havair Mangalam. படமும் ஹவைர் மங்களம் நீராறும் கடலுடுத்த நிலமடந்தை கெழிலொழுகும் சீராறும் மதனமென திகழ் பரத கண்டமிழ் தெக்கணமும் அது சிறந்த திராவிடனல் திருநாடும் தக்க சிறு பிறை நுதலும் தரித்தனரும் திலகமுமே அத்திலக வாசனை போல் அனைத்துலகும் இன்பமுற எத்திசையும் புகழ் மணக்க இருந்த பெரும் தமிழனங்கே தமிழனங்கே உன் சீலமை திறம்பி அந்த செயல் மறந்த வாழ்த்ததுமே வாழ்த்ததுமே Thank you.
Thank you, Sai Lakshmi. Now, I welcome our Secretary, Shri Abhaya Shri Shrimal Jain Sir, our Associate Secretary, Shri R. Ashok Kumar Mehta Sir, our Principal, Dr. S. Padmavati Ma'am, our Vice Principal, Dr. S. Rukmani Ma'am, our Advisor, Mr. Balakrishnan Sir, and Speaker of the Day, Mr. R. Vishnu Prasad Sir, Founder and Chief Scientist in charge at Vishnu Prasad Research Center. Now, I will introduce the Speaker of the Day. Mr. Vishnu Prasad Sir started his research career at CSIR, Council of Scientific Research and Industrial Organization Division headquartered at Chandigarh. He is also a graduate from Stanford University in Artificial Intelligence, specialized in emotion intelligence. He is now researching at IIT Madras on material sciences. He started Vishnu Prasad Research Center in assisting global companies like HUL, Apple, Google on solving complex problems in technology. He has been awarded Young Scientist by Government of Andhra Pradesh in 2008 and is the finalist of Challenge Yourself India 2014, Transforming India Through Technology, and finalist of JEC Asia Student Awards, JEC Composites 2013. Vishnu Prasad Research Center has more than 67 patents and 180 plus innovative products in its name on various sectors like consumer electronics, meditronics, electric vehicles, advanced building nanomaterials. Faraday, a brand by Vishnu Prasad Research Center, is an IoT-based energy monitoring and control in India on energy. The mantra of Vishnu is to make technology affordable to all scale of people and create a sustainable world to all forms of life.
Thank you, Reshma. We have our principal, Dr. S. Sambamurthy Padmavati ma'am, amidst us. Ma'am, please share a few words and bless us in this workshop, ma'am.
Thank you, Radhika. Thank you very much. I think this is the second session that we are hosting it today, and we have many more series to go. On behalf of Sri Shankarlal Sundarbai Sasham Jain College for Women, I deem it my privilege to welcome all of you to this second workshop that we are conducting. I hope so that we will be able to connect the retailers across South India as well as India in the near future. Our aim is to bring in all the opportunities that are available in the retail field so that those who are already there in the retail, as well those who would like to take up retail as their career opportunity for entrepreneurship will be benefited. எங்கள் கல்லூரியின் சார்பாக அனைவருக்கும் என்னுடைய நன்றிகள் மற்றும் வணக்கங்கள். இந்த ரீட்டைல் ப்ரோக்ராமே வந்து எங்க கல்லூரியில இருந்து ஒரு 100 மீட்டர்ல நாங்க இருக்கோம், ஏசியாவோட பிக்கஸ்ட் ரீட்டைல் சென்டரோட. அதனால கல்லூரியால முடிஞ்ச அளவுக்கு நம்ம ரீட்டைலர்ஸுக்கு என்ன மாதிரியான விஷயங்களை கொண்டு சேர்க்க முடியுங்கிறது தான் இந்த ப்ரோக்ராம்ஸ் உடைய நோக்கமே. அண்ட் தெர் இஸ் ஓவர்வெல்மிங் ரெஸ்பான்ஸ். நிறைய பேர் ரெஸ்பாண்ட் பண்ணி வந்திருக்கீங்க. We hope that we will meet out all your requirements. Any doubts or clarification, you can feel free to contact us. As you all know that we have the advisor, Mr. Bala, available with us. Through him, we are trying to bring resources like Vishnu Prasad sir today, and last week it was Akash sir from Lifestyle. உங்களுடைய ரிக்வயர்மெண்ட்ஸும் தயவு செஞ்சு போஸ்ட் பண்ணுங்க மெசேஜஸ்ல, வேற என்ன மாதிரியான ப்ரோக்ராம்ஸ் உங்களுக்கு தேவைப்படுறதுன்னு. சோ தட் எங்களுக்கு வந்து உங்ககிட்ட என்ன சேர்க்கணுமோ அது அந்த விஷயத்தை எடுத்துட்டு போகிறதுக்கு அது யூஸ்ஃபுல்லா இருக்கும். தேங்க்யூ வெரி மச்.
Thank you so much, ma'am. We have our advisor, Mr. Balakrishnan sir. Sir, இந்த event பத்தி, இந்த workshop பத்தி உங்களோட few words to the crowd, sir. Sir, audio is not audible, sir.
Thank you to everyone in the team, and thank you Shasan College, thank you Principal Ma'am, and thank you Center of Excellence Retail. இந்த opportunity நமக்கு வந்து ஒரு பக்கம் ஸ்டூடெண்ட்ஸ்க்கு ரீட்டைல் as a career ஒரு பெரிய வளர்ச்சி நடந்துகிட்டு இருக்கு. அதுல வந்து இந்த வாய்ப்பு வந்து ஒரு ஸ்டூடெண்ட்ஸ்க்கு என்னென்னலாம் ஆப்பர்ச்சுனிட்டிஸ் இதுல இருக்குன்னு தெரியறதுக்கும், அதே போல நிறைய ஸ்டார்ட் அப்ஸ், நிறைய ரீட்டைலர்ஸ் இப்போ கால மாற்றத்துக்கு ஏற்ப எப்படி டெக்னாலஜிஸ்ல என்னென்னலாம் வந்துட்டு இருக்கு, என்னெல்லாம் அடாப்ட் பண்ணணும் அப்படிங்கிற ஒரு விஷயத்தை தெரிவிக்கிறதுக்காக இந்த சீரீஸ் வந்து ஸ்டார்ட் பண்ணியிருக்கோம். ஸோ மை பெஸ்ட் விஷஸ் டு எவ்ரி ஒன், அண்ட் தேங்க்யூ அவர் யங் சயின்டிஸ்ட் அண்ட் என்டர்பிரனர் மிஸ்டர் விஷ்ணு பிரசாத், and for immediately accepting for contribution in this particular series. Thank you, and all the very best to everyone, and thank you all the participants.
Thank you so much, sir. The purpose of education is to replace an empty mind with an open one. Today, we have amidst us Mr. Vishnu Prasad, founder and chief scientist in charge of Vishnu Prasad Research Center. I request our speaker of the day to take over the session.
Thank you. I'll directly go into the presentation. Hope everybody can hear me. Am I loud or is it okay?
Yes, sir, we can hear you.
Yeah. First, I would like to tell you what is the retail market of India from 2018 to 2026, depending upon the forecasting and predicting analytics. It is more than $1,750 billion. So in 2018, it was $950 billion, whereas it is going to cross 80% when compared to 2018, and it is going to be $1,750 in 2026. The growth that has been compared from 2018 to 2019 and 2019-2020 is varying large is because of COVID. Now, the retail habit before COVID and the retail habit, the purchasing behavior of the consumers after COVID has been changed drastically. But even then, retail as a market, it will not die. Why I am saying is, the touch, feel, and value of the product, the more Hello, can you hear me?
We can.
Yeah. The touch, feel, the value of the product, and the usage of the Indian mindset is not technologically advanced to go into the online e-commerce segment. If you see the penetration of digital mobile phones, before Jio, it was only 17%. After the entry of Jio, right now in India, as per the 2021 March 31st statistics, it is 46%. I mean, out of 100 people, the digital, I'm speaking about the connection over the internet is 46%. 50% of the people have connection. Whereas in US, it is more, in all the other countries, it is very less. Even in the developed nations, it is very less. India is the only country which is having the 46% of high digitization. I'm speaking about not the cell phones. I'm speaking just about the cell phone. So if you see, the retail market is going to increase afterwards. And I'm going to provide some statistics. In 2019, 90% of the retail sales are happening on physical stores, whereas retail is a concept that can be also consumed, that also involves digital. Like 75% of the buyers prefer to buy the products that have the purchase experience. The purchase experience, when you compare that with the digital retail and the normal retail, it is only the normal retail that is bringing more convenience for the people. Whereas even Amazon, who is doing digital, is having Amazon Go as a physical shop where the users can come, select the product, visualize the product, and then buy it. Or if the product is not available, they can they can select the product, and the product from the home, the product will come to a station or a store. They can see, they can touch, feel it. If it is not okay, they can they can return it. And 54% of the brands recognize customer experience as the most important priority. That is why the brands are growing. See, before the brands started to concentrate only on their products. The brands were defined to concentrate on how they want to deliver the products, how they want to deliver the quality of the product, and what is the different variations of products they can give. But now brands are switching over customer experience, because the customer experience can make them easier to attract customers. See, now doing the retail business is very, very hard, because the top giants and the top people are coming into the picture, and the smaller players, I'm speaking about the small kirana stores or markets, they are unable to deliver whatever the top giants are giving, because similarly, I can't name a brand, but if a top brand can give 1+1 offer, which a small or medium retail brand cannot give. So the customer experience is becoming a top priority. And once you start giving a customer experience, the people will start addicting to you. I mean, they'll become a habit. See, the small example is, there used to be one shop in every locality where the moms used to have the number of the particular shop. If something is not there, then they'll immediately call that shop, and that shop will deliver the products, whether it is a water can or whether it is some goods or provision or whatever it is. So that is the customer experience that shop is giving. Why we are not going for another shop is because of the easiness. So I can just call, he'll automatically deliver that. That, as a small shop, he is confined only to the particular locality. Now, because of that, consumer, say whether a big basket is offering the same service that what a kirana shop used to offer 5 years ago, 10 years ago, now, when the big basket or other persons are offering service, the customer experience is tending towards that digital platform. And the retailers, the small retailers and the medium retailers, are unable to cope up. So that is why they are itself attaching towards. So this entire PPT covers how what are the types of digital technologies that, as a retailer, whether they are as a physical retailer or if they are going towards a digital space, moving towards a digital space, what all they can adapt. And what are the technologies that are there, and what are the technologies that Vishnu Prasad Research Center is developing towards in the retail market. If you see the customer statistics, that online customer reviews influence up to 88%, and this is one of the important factors why the people are buying. See, before when the Flipkart was there in India, when they started and when Amazon started, nobody was used to, like, everybody thought without genuinity, how can I just pay the money? And then, so to influence the genuinity, they had brought an option called as cash on delivery. So cash on delivery was available to see the genuinity, and once it has built a genuinity over a period of time, now whether it is cash on delivery or Google Pay or net banking, it doesn't matter. I order the product is coming. If the product is not good, the return is the concept where they are now building the experience. Now what happened, some jewelry stores, they are there online and they are giving the personalized experience. So you can just select what are all the jewels you need, and you can book an appointment where the jewelry people will come to your home, and you can have the jewelry demo, the live demo of what are all the jewel sets you need. And then if you don't like it, you don't like any of them, you can just return them. So this is the customer experience service that brands are offering. But the only thing is, all these brands, I'm speaking, say if you can segment the Indian retail market into three, the 60% of the market is unorganized. Only 11 to 15% of the market is organized. I'm speaking about, say, you have Big Bazaar, you have More, you have Nilgiris, you have Heritage, you have Reliance Digital, Reliance Fresh. So the 11 to 15% are only organized, whereas the 60 to 65% are unorganized. And the remaining gap is filled with sub-organized. You can say the normal supermarkets that are available in the particular locality, or the hypermarkets that are available, or the big stores that are there. But if you see the revenue yield, where more of the revenue, it is not in the it is not in the unorganized, or it is not in the organized markets, it is only in the sub-organized markets, because when you are going towards, because the brand visibility of the organized markets is very, a normal middle class family or an upper middle class family, they don't go to malls, they'll go to malls, they don't go to malls to buy the provision. Where the organized segments are concentrated there, the suborganized markets are there in the particular locality where they started adapting. See, instead of going to a small shop where before the hypermarkets, the entire markets was unorganized. So they used to buy the provision there. But now what happened, after when the suborganized market has entered into the Indian scenario, they started acting like, they are like 50% of the organized market and 50% of the unorganized market, where you can go, you can buy the product in the loose, you can get, say for example, if there is one doll, you can get it at 50 grams, 250 grams, 500 grams, 1 kilo. So what happened is they have given the experience of the unorganized market in an organized way. ஒரு சூப்பர் மார்க்கெட் குள்ள போயிட்டு நான் வந்து எது வேணாலும் வாங்கலாம். இப்போ why the supermarket has become a big hit is because the brands there they started supplying, they started sourcing it from the direct level. இப்போ வந்து ஒரு நார்மல் அண்ணாச்சி கடையில போயிட்டு நான் ஒரு பருப்பு வாங்குறேன், அந்த பருப்புக்கு வந்து நான் ஒரு 80 ரூபாய் கொடுக்குறேன் அப்படின்னா, அதே காஸ்ட்டுக்கு வந்து சபார்கனைஸ்ட் மார்க்கெட் கொடுப்பான், அதை விட இன்னும் சீப்பா கொடுப்பான், 3-4 rupees. அந்த இப்போ என்ன ஒரு பிரச்சனை ஆகுதுன்னா, the big brands that are coming into the retail segment, they want to push it more. எதுக்குன்னா, இந்த ரெவென்யூ, இந்த இவ்வளோ $850 billion ரெவென்யூ வந்து 2018ல நம்மளால பண்ண முடிஞ்சிருக்கு. அதுல 60% அப்படின்னு நீங்க பாக்குறப்போ it is like huge. இந்த ரெவென்யூ தான் பெரிய பெரிய பிராண்ட்ஸ் டேப் பண்ண நினைக்கிறாங்க. ஸோ அதனாலதான் அவங்க என்ன பண்றாங்கன்னா, இந்த 1+1 ஆஃபர் அதெல்லாமே கொடுக்குறாங்க. தென் if you go for online shopping அப்படின்னு பாத்தீங்கன்னா, that is after the COVID. So I'll tell you 3 scenarios that is changing the COVID scenario, that is changing the entire retail behavior. ஸோ இப்போ யூஎஸ் மாத்திரம் தான் டாப் ஸ்பெண்டிங் நேஷன் இருக்காங்க. ஸோ நம்ம வந்து 7th பிளேஸ்ல இருக்கோம். ஸோ வி ஹேவ் அரௌண்ட் 43% ஆஃப் த பீப்புள் ஹூ ஆர் ஷாப்பிங் ஆன்லைன். இப்போ பால்ல இருந்து ஃபார் எக்ஸாம்பிள் பாலுக்கு வந்து ஸ்விக்கியோட ஒரு பிராண்ட் இருக்கு. டைரக்டா கவு மில்க் அவங்க மார்னிங் கொடுக்குறாங்க. பிரேக்ஃபாஸ்ட் வி ஹேவ் ஸ்விக்கி, அண்ட் தென் யூ ஹேவ் ப்ரொவிஷன் வி ஹேவ் பிக் பாஸ்கெட், யூ ஹேவ் மெடிக்கல் வி ஹேவ் 1mg. So all these retailers, இப்போ எல்லாமே அது எந்த செக்மெண்ட்ல வேணா இருக்கட்டும், retail, they are coming into digital space because they can't afford the consumer experience. இப்போ ஒரு நார்மல் ஒரு கிரானா ஷாப் இருக்கு அப்படின்னா அவனால வந்து அந்த 4 தெருவுல தான் டீல் பண்ண முடியும். ஆனா அவன் அந்த ஸ்விக்கிலயோ இல்ல ஜொமேட்டோலயோ என்ரோல் பண்ணிக்கிட்டான் அப்படின்னா within 5 kilometers his radius is increasing. There he can automatically deliver products, but the only thing is the margins and everything. So that is still that plays a major role. That is why the small players are unable to come into the retail segment. So post COVID era abdin pathina, there is 3 things that has changed the COVID entire scenario of purchase buying. So one is social distancing. Now even ஒரு காலத்துல லைன்ல நிக்கலாம் அப்படின்னு நம்ம எவ்வளவு சொல்லியுமே வந்து we are unable to get it. So now everybody is standing in line, they are wearing masks. So that has created a sort of societal behavior in buying. The second thing is location independence. So I can, like, if there is a product in Delhi, I can get it. If there is a product in US, I can get it. If the product is there, it is there in Bangalore, I can get it. If the product is in Tamil Nadu, now it is not definite. Now I can buy from anywhere. All I need is the availability of the product. The third is need for speed. Why before it was only the pizza companies and other eateries in other nations, they are offering the need for speed. Like if the pizza is not delivered in 30 minutes, the pizza is free. ஆனா இப்போ நீட் ஃபார் ஸ்பீட் எல்லாத்துலயுமே வந்துருச்சு. நீங்க எது ஆன்லைன்ல புக் பண்ணணும்னாலும் சரி, இல்ல எந்த டெலிவரி பண்ணணும்னாலும் சரி, ஆட்டோமேட்டிக்கா வந்து the need for speed is like நான் பாட்டுக்கு ஒன்று பண்ணிடுறேன், அது இமீடியட்டா எனக்கு டெலிவரி ஆகுது. ஒரு அமேசான்ல ஒரு ப்ராடக்ட் ஆர்டர் பண்ணுங்க, they'll say பிரைம் டே உடனே இன்னைக்கே வேணுமா. பெங்களூர்ல எல்லாம் அமேசான் எப்படி கொடுக்குறாங்கன்னா காய்கறி within 2 hours you book, within 2 hours you will be getting the provisions or the vegetables or the perishable items. Now they are bringing பிரைம்ல இருந்து இது மாதிரி கொண்டு வராங்க. இது நீட் ஃபார் ஸ்பீட் வந்து it is because of the adaptiveness. So அது வந்து எப்படி ஆயிடுச்சுன்னா நமக்குள்ள ஒரு ஹேபிட்டாவே ஃபார்ம் ஆயிடுச்சு. ஸோ எங்க நம்ம போகணும்னாலும் நம்ம வந்து அந்த நீட் ஃபார் ஸ்பீட் வந்து ஆட்டோமேட்டிக்கா எடுத்துக்கிறோம். So now coming to the technology, some brands are getting in-store consumer analytics, customer analytics பண்றாங்க. என்ன பண்றாங்க அப்படின்னா யார் நம்மளுடைய கஸ்டமர்ஸ் அப்படின்றது வந்து they need to understand. See when இப்போ நான் ஒரு சின்ன கடை வச்சிருக்கேன், இந்த கடையில இருந்து எனக்கு டெய்லி வந்து 100 பேர் வந்துட்டு போறாங்கன்னா ஆட்டோமேட்டிக்கலி எனக்கு தெரியும் இவங்க வந்து 4வது வீட்டுல இருக்கிறவங்க, இவங்க 10வது வீட்டுல இருக்கிறவங்க, இவங்க 20வது வீட்டுல இருக்கிறவங்க. நான் இதே ஒரு ஹைப்பர் மார்க்கெட் வச்சுக்கிறேன். why the people are collecting your data? எதனால நான் போன உடனே ஆட்டோமேட்டிக்கா உங்க ஃபோன் நம்பர் சொல்லுங்க அப்படின்னு ஒரு ஹைப்பர் மார்க்கெட்லயும் சூப்பர் மார்க்கெட்லயும் வாங்குறாங்க அப்படின்னா it is only because they want to know how much time they are buying. அதனாலதான் அவங்க என்ன பண்றாங்கன்னா லாயல்டி பாயிண்ட்ஸ் அப்படின்னு இன்னொரு லாயல்டி பாயிண்ட்ஸ் கொண்டு வராங்க. எவ்வளவு வாட்டி அந்த கன்சியூமர் வந்திருக்கான் அதுக்கு தகுந்தபடி நம்ம டிஸ்கவுண்ட் தருவோம். இந்த ஆப்ஷன்ஸ் எல்லாம் வந்திருக்கு. இது வந்து சிஸ்கோஸ்ல வந்து there is a option called as Meraki. So that அது என்னன்னா that can be integrated, whether it can be integrated on a mobile phone or laptop or a PC. So it will understand. நீங்க நார்மலா பில்டிங் பண்றது வந்து நீங்க அதுல வச்சுக்கிட்டீங்கனாலும் ஒன்னு சிஸ்கோ Meraki யூஸ் பண்ணலாம், இல்லைன்னா நீங்க GoFrugal யூஸ் பண்ணலாம். ஸோ GoFrugalல வந்து there is a சாஃப்ட்வேர், பில்லிங் சாஃப்ட்வேர் தான் ஆட்டோமேட்டிக். இப்போ நிறைய பில்லிங் சாஃப்ட்வேர்ஸ் இருக்கு. எதுல நீங்க யூஸ் பண்ணீங்கனாலும் நார்மலா ஒரு சின்ன கடையானாலும் சரி, ஒரு பெரிய ஷாப்பிங் மால் ஆனாலும் சரி, நீங்க ஃபர்ஸ்ட் ஆஸ் a retailer if you are starting to implement your billing in an organized way, உங்களுக்கே ஆட்டோமேட்டிக்கா எந்தெந்த இது பண்றதுனால ஒரு 3 பெரிய அட்வான்டேஜஸ் என்னன்னு பாத்தீங்கன்னா யார் எப்ப வரா அப்படின்றது தெரியும். ரெண்டாவது, எந்த ப்ராடக்ட் உங்களுக்கு நிறைய விக்குது, எந்த ப்ராடக்ட் உங்களுக்கு நிறைய விக்கல, எந்தெந்த நாள்ல விக்குது, எந்தெந்த நாள்ல விக்கல, எப்படி அந்த பேட்டர்ன் என்ன இருக்கு, எந்த ப்ராடக்ட் மேல நீங்க நிறைய வந்து உங்களுக்கு மார்ஜின்ஸ் வருது, எந்த ப்ராடக்ட் மேல மார்ஜின்ஸ் இல்ல, இந்த மாதிரி டீடைல்டு அனாலிட்டிக்ஸ் போக முடியும். இந்த மாதிரி டீடைல்டு சார்ட்ஸ் நம்ம இருக்கிறப்போ நம்ம என்ன பண்ணலாம்னா அந்த ஒரு ஜானர்லயே நம்ம நிறைய ப்ராடக்ட்ஸ் வாங்கலாம், இல்ல டிஃப்ரெண்ட் ஐட்டம்ஸ்க்கான ப்ராடக்ட்ஸ் வாங்கலாம். இல்ல ஒரு கஸ்டமர் வந்து நிறைய நேரம் நம்ம கிட்ட வந்துகிட்டே இருக்காங்க ரெகுலரா அப்படின்ற பட்சத்துல அவங்களுக்கு லாயல்ட்டி பாயிண்ட்ஸ் கொடுக்கலாம். அடுத்த வாட்டி நீங்க இவ்வளவு வாங்குனீங்கன்னா யூ கேன் ஹேவ் நம்ம ஒரு சின்ன கடையா இருந்தாலும் சரி, ஒரு சூப்பர் மார்க்கெட்டா இருந்தாலும் சரி, ஒரு பெரிய கடையா இருந்தாலும் சரி, கஸ்டமர் ரீடைன் பண்றதுக்கு நம்ம ஆட்டோமேட்டிக்கா அவங்களுக்கு வந்து ஒரு லாயல்ட்டி பாயிண்ட்ஸ் மாதிரி கொடுத்தாலும்னாலே ஓகே. இப்போ வந்து நான் ஒரு ரெகுலரா ஒரு காஃபி ஷாப்க்கு போயிட்டு இருந்தேன். இப்போ அந்த காஃபி ஷாப்ல என்ன பண்றாங்க அப்படின்னா ஒரு சின்ன ஒரு டோக்கன் ஒரு ஸ்லிப் மாதிரி கொடுத்துட்டாங்க, ஒரு 10 கிழிக்கிற ஸ்லிப் மாதிரி, டேரபிள் ஸ்லிப் மாதிரி. என்னன்னா, சார் நீங்க எங்க கிட்ட இந்த 10 வாட்டி வந்துட்டு நீங்க இந்த 10 காஃபி குடிக்கிறப்போ அந்த 9வது 10வது காஃபி வந்து நீங்க வெறும் இந்த டோக்கன் மட்டுமே கொடுத்துட்டு போயிடலாம் சார். ஒரு 9th 10th காஃபி இஸ் ஃப்ரீ ஃபார் யூ அப்படி. அவங்க வந்து ஒரு ரொம்ப சின்ன கடை, ஆனா ஒரு 50 ஸ்கொயர் ஃபீட் கூட இருக்காது. அவங்க எதுக்கு இது கொடுக்குறாங்கன்னா, தே வாண்ட் த கன்சியூமர் டு கம் ரெகுலர்லி. ஒரு எல்லா வாட்டியுமே வந்து த மோஸ்ட் toughest thing or the most hard thing for any retailer is to attract consumers. ஏன்னா நம்ம வந்து we can't advertise, we don't have big marketing budgets, we can't spend more, so we can't advertise more, and we don't want to we can't pull customers, we can't pull new customers often. So what we can do is we can just get consumers who are repeated. So repeated customers வந்து நான் திருப்பி அட்ராக்ட் பண்றதுனால எனக்கு 2 நல்லது நடக்கும். ஒன்னு, என்னோட காஸ்ட் பர் கன்வர்ஷன், காஸ்ட் பர் கன்சியூமர் அக்விசிஷன் வந்து ரொம்ப கம்மி. இப்போ இதுல ஃபர்ஸ்ட் நான் இங்க ஒரு கேஸ் ஸ்டடி சொல்றேன். எப்படி வந்து இந்த காஸ்ட் பர் கன்சியூமரோட ஸ்ட்ராட்டஜியே வந்து மாத்துச்சு அப்படின்னா, ஸ்டார்டிங்ல இப்போ நீங்க எல்லாம் வந்து ரொம்ப முன்னாடி எடுத்தீங்கன்னா எல்லாருமே என்ன பண்ணுவாங்கன்னா, ஒரு 10 years 15 years பேக்லாம் வந்து எல்லாரும் வந்து இப்போ நான் வந்து ஒரு ப்ராடக்ட் விற்கணும்னா அவங்க என்ன சொல்லுவாங்கன்னா, நீங்க பேப்பர்ல ஆட் கொடுங்க, டிவில ஆட் கொடுங்க, எல்லா டிஜிட்டல் ஆட் கொடுங்க. So they start giving more ads. But what Paytm did, அவன் என்ன சொன்னா, நான் ஓகே இவ்வளோ ஆட் கொடுத்தா எனக்கு எவ்வளவு பேர் வருவாங்க சார், நீங்க இந்த பேப்பர்ல ஆட் கொடுத்தீங்கன்னா உங்களுக்கு வந்து ஒரு 15 லட்சம் ரூபாய் செலவாகும். உங்களுக்கு வந்து அட் த எண்ட் ஆஃப் த டே யூ கேன் சி ஒரு 2000 கன்வர்ஷன், 3000 கன்வர்ஷன், ஒரு 10,000 கன்வர்ஷன் வச்சுக்கோங்க. அவன் என்ன பண்ணிட்டான், சரி நான் எதுக்கு அதுக்கு பேப்பர்ல ஆட் கொடுக்கணும், நான் வந்து யாரெல்லாம் இதை டவுன்லோட் பண்றாங்களோ என்னுடைய அப்ளிகேஷனா நான் ஸ்ட்ரைட்டா இந்த இவங்களுக்கு காசு தரதுக்கு பதிலாக நான் அந்த அப்ளிகேஷன் அந்த காசை வந்து என் கன்சியூமருக்கே கொடுத்துட்றேன். So I directly pay 50 rupees to the consumer, whoever is having it in, say whoever is installing the app. So similarly, what I'm telling is, this is the first technique that has been brought by Paytm. Now what happened, now all the brands who are habitual brands, they started following it. See, the moment you are in an application, the moment you want to get large scale of consumers, you want to first bring them into habit. So daily, if somebody is there, if they want to buy a product from you, you want to create a habit. They won't. The moment I give a product in front of the people, nobody is going to buy that product. The first is they want to make sure that your brand is aware. Whether you are a small brand, you are a big brand, whether you're wherever you are, first they want to know that your shop exists or your digital store exists or your brand exists. The second thing comes the attraction and engagement, which depends upon the offers that you give. If say for example there is a chudidar, the chudidar is costing some 500 rupees and the same chudidar is costing 650 rupees in the online, then they'll start buying it from you. I'm not saying whether your if I'm not terming it as if the cost is low, the audience will come. No, either you need to build the confidence in your consumer by showing them demo or by giving them the consumer interaction, customer engagement. You can just go, you can have stalls in multiple places. I'm speaking this on the retail segment confined to clothing. Whereas when you are coming to retail segment confined to other scenarios, like if you are there in jewelry, you can't, like what I said, a jewelry shop is offering the home consumers, or you can go for a virtual experience, or now the WhatsApp is there, so you can just go, every people can come into the WhatsApp business and then take. So in-store consumer analytics is one that is mandatory that all the retailers must do, and there is more amount of softwares or more amount of subscription services that are available. And if you see IoT is there, that is in retail. Inventory warehouse, out of this 9 segments, okay, IoT is Internet of Things. Internet of Things is creating a virtual experience of management. Say I am the owner. I can't stay in my factory all the time. I can't monitor the production all the time. I have multiple works, and if I want to scale my business, I want to start traveling. So in that case, what happens? You need to implement an automated system, or you need to implement a standalone system where that can function itself. Whether it is, if it is in retail, for example, retail in the from cool to hottest in inventory and warehouse and in fleet management, the IoT is there. So say you are buying some 50 products, so you need to monitor inventory. But how you can monitor inventory? Now what they do, the large organizations, they can go into SAP, but the small organizations, they can't go into SAP. So they can get small scanners, they can get small barcode providers. I'll tell you one of the innovations that we are working on retail industry right now in the later section. So what happens is you need to start implementing the IoT. Normally in retail, if you see, there is only 8 segments. One is security and surveillance. If it is a smart shop, we don't need. The second thing is supply chain management. It all depends upon how many products. நம்ம எவ்வளவு products வாங்கிக்கிட்டு இருக்கோம் அப்படின்றத பொறுத்து தான் நம்மளுடைய supply chain management இருக்கும். Say products and product variations. If it is a large store, we can segregate ourselves whether we are having 0 to 5,000 products or less than 5,000, 5,000 to 50,000, greater than 50,000 plus, greater than 1 million plus. So greater than 1 million plus, you can go for SAP, you can go for multiple technologies. 50,000 to 1, but 5 to 50,000, you can go for small, like GoFrugal is example. Less than 5,000 also GoFrugal. நிறைய apps வந்திருக்கு. நீங்க monthly subscription 999, 99, 999 அந்த மாதிரிலாம் இருக்கு. That can give you. இப்போ வந்து இந்த inventory and warehousing, இது நம்ம எந்த ஸ்கேல்ல இருந்தாலுமே, whether we are in less than 5,000, we are having less than 5,000 types of inventory, greater than 5,000 or more million, we need to maintain the inventory because that is where we can understand what is the duration of product selling, the shelf life of each product. See, before, why the digital has become a super hit than retail. Super hit in the sense they started earning more money than this is because in digital, the only restriction is I don't want to display, I don't want to have the physical product in my hand. It is all about the display. I can just put saying that I have all the products, and then once I get the payment, I can source and I can give. That is not a problem. Whereas in a physical store, your inventory is limited. ஆனா எனக்கு இந்த ஒரு இது இருக்கு, எனக்கு இது தேவைப்படுது இல்லையா, automatically your consumer will start moving to another place. So what happens is because you need to have the inventory and warehousing, it is mandatory. If you have the inventory and warehousing, you will know what sort of inventory the customer is asking. Well, if it is not available, automatically you can lock that into system. So at one day, finally, when you are seeing the analytics, you can understand, oh, இவ்வளவு பேர் வந்து இந்த ப்ராடக்ட் கேட்டிருக்காங்க, அப்ப இந்த ப்ராடக்ட் வந்து நான் ட்ரேட் பண்ண ஆரம்பிக்கலாம். இவ்வளவு பேர் எனக்கு இந்த ப்ராடக்ட் கேட்கல, இந்த ப்ராடக்ட் நான் வாங்கி 4 மாசமா எனக்கு விற்கல, இது 3 மாசமா விற்கல, இது 2 மாசம் ஷெல்ஃப் லைஃப் இருக்கு, இது உடனே this is selling at a 3-day interval, 5-day interval shelf life. All these analytics can be built and it can be correlated with your profit margin. See, if I'm having a low shelf life product of, say, if I'm buying a product today morning, it is selling off, tomorrow morning, I'm buying another 25 products, it is selling on the same day. Day after tomorrow morning, again, I'm buying, it is selling the same day. And even though if a profit margin is less, say it is only 2 rupees or 5 rupees, it is, say in percentage, it is only 2% or 1%. It is going for that product is good than having a product which we don't know when it will sell, whether it will sell in 3 months' time or 6 months' time, even though if the profit margins are more than 30%, 40%. So that is there. Customer order or delivery tracking, that is also harder because they are having GPS and other facilities. Facility management is not needed for the small. It is needed only for the large scale. Industrial asset management is needed only if we are having some packing equipment, or if we are remanufacturing, if you are repacking, or if you are having sterilization, or if you are having another cleaning of the products, cleaning of the vegetables. And energy management and fleet management are the hotter segment. The energy management, see whether they are there in one of the brands that we have is called as Faraday. I'll also share that in the end of the session if the time is available, where we have implemented this in more than 400 industries. Now we are getting into this retail segment. In industries, what happened? We are defining specific energy index. What is specific energy index in the sense? இப்போ வந்து ஒரு ரெஸ்டாரண்ட்ல நாங்க இம்ப்ளிமெண்ட் பண்ணோம். ஸோ அதுல நாங்க என்ன கண்டுபிடிச்சோம்னா ஒரு ரெண்டு கேஸ் ஸ்டடிஸ் இருந்துச்சு. The two case studies are one, how much time it takes, how much energy. See, there is only two things when you are there in any industry. One is your raw material. The second is the cost of energy. Whether you are there in a shop, you have some energy experiences. The cost of raw material depends whether you are buying whatever the product that you are trading. If you are manufacturing some raw goods, then the cost of manufacturing, there is only two components, the static components. See, manpower is a dynamic component. I can either have a 10,000 labor or I can have a 1 lakh rupees salary labor. It all depends upon how much I'm going to pay and the sophisticatedness of the particular company. But if you see, there is only two static components in manufacturing. One is the cost of raw material and one is the cost of manufacturing it. In the cost of manufacturing it, the energy plays a major role. So there we started implementing it and we found out in the restaurant scenario, how much energy is a restaurant is being expelled for a single customer is coming and eating. ஒருத்த வந்து ஒரு தோசை சாப்பிட்றான் அப்படின்னா அந்த தோசைக்கு நான் வந்து 50 ரூபாய் சார்ஜ் பண்றேன்னா அந்த 50 ரூபாயில நான் ஃபேன் போடுறேன், ஏசி போடுறேன், லைட் போடுறேன், இந்த சார்ஜஸ்லாம் இருக்கு. இது தவிர நான் ஒரு ப்ராடக்ட்ஸ் வச்சிருக்கேன், அந்த ப்ராடக்ட்ஸ்ல வந்து சில்லர்ல நான் நிறைய ஸ்வீட்ஸ்லாம் வச்சிருக்கேன். இதுக்கு மாத்திரமே வந்து நான் எவ்வளவு எனர்ஜி கொடுக்குறேன். ஒருத்த வந்துட்டு ஒரு தோசை சாப்பிட்டுட்டு போயிடுறான். So என்னோட தோசை மாவு, தோசை காஸ்ட் இதெல்லாத்தையும் தவிர what is the cost of this energy? This is more than the cost of the raw material that has been incurred in the product for each customer. அவன் வந்து ஒரு 40 நிமிஷம் ஒரு 10 நிமிஷத்துல அவன் போயிடுறான்னா the cost is different. அவனே ஒரு 2 மணி நேரம் உட்காந்துக்கிறான்னா the cost is different. So that is why now restaurants are trying to change the game on having the 35 minute as the eating time. So if you see more amount of build the behavior of comfortness. The chairs available there, they don't have the hand resting positions. Because hand resting positions are there, then you automatically become comfortable and you will not have, you start spending more time in the particular restaurant. But for a restaurant, he can make only business if you are clearing the place and if someone is coming. So that is where we are building this 35 minute habit for this. And in the fleet management, it depends upon like how much fleets are there. For a big delivery company or a big distribution channel, you want to know when the product has reached from where. If there is ஒரு Hudson மாதிரி ஒரு group எடுத்துக்கிட்டீங்க அப்படின்னா அவங்களுக்கு வந்து எங்கேருந்து எந்த பால் வண்டி எங்க இருக்கு, எவ்வளவு நேரம் எப்போ எது கலெக்ட் பண்ணாங்க, எவ்வளவு லிட்டர் கலெக்ட் பண்ணாங்க. So these are all the statistics that they can build right from supply chain. So when you see there is a US Macy's Apple store, what happens is the app registers their exact location. So ஒரு பியூட்டி ப்ராடக்ட் செக்ஷன்ல வந்து அவங்களுடைய ஆப், ஃபார் எக்ஸாம்பிள் ஒரு மேசி ஸ்டோர்ல போயிட்டு வாட் ஹேப்பன்ட் இஸ் அவங்க வந்து அந்த ஸ்டோர்ல போய் செக்இன் பண்ணிட்டாங்க அப்படின்னா அவங்களுடைய மொபைல் டேட்டா எல்லாத்தையும் எடுத்துக்கிட்டு அவங்க நிறைய பியூட்டி ப்ராடக்ட் சர்ச் பண்ணாங்கன்னா ஆட்டோமேட்டிக்கா அவங்களை வந்து பியூட்டி ஸ்டோருக்கு போயிட்டு அங்க நோட்டிபிகேஷன் வரும், நீங்க இந்த பியூட்டி ப்ராடக்ட் பர்ச்சேஸ் பண்ணீங்கன்னா உங்களுக்கு 20% டிஸ்கவுண்ட் இருக்கு, 30% டிஸ்கவுண்ட் இருக்கு. So this is the IoT case study that they are there. And cashierless checkout is being the technology that is there in multiple even a top brand in India is trying it right now to build this cashierless checkout without any interference. You can just automatically get the products and then go. So this is the in-store assistance that it is having. So if, for example, I don't want in the product எங்க இருக்கு எனக்கு தெரியல அப்படின்னா நான் இதுல செலக்ட் பண்ணிட்டேன்னா automatically it will pick the product. But this is all not suitable for Indian market. This is all there for the abroad market. And this is one of the most sophisticated technologies that I say. See, as a small shop or as a medium shop or as a large shop, if the quality of your product is good, or the quality, whether you are manufacturing it or you are trading it, whatever it is, if the quality is good, the people will start coming to you regularly. This is a 3 years case study where we are building the same product. We are also building a new product. I'll share the video right now, later in the session. What they did is they started using artificial intelligence. The Otto is a t-shirt brand, the Germany brand. So they started using artificial intelligence in sourcing the products. So what they did is they took the entire picture of all the t-shirt shirts that they have sold till now. So because they fed that into an AI engine and they have given the instructions to select the shirt by the camera. So now what happened when the inventory started flowing? So this AI started predicting in January to March what is the different types of models that it will sell. So they have fed all the types of data, whether it is purchase data, how much distribution is happening on which model, how much it has sold, and everything. So depending upon that, it started predicting what the user wants. So from January to March, it started selecting some models and it started distributing some models. From March to November, there was another thing. And from November to another January, there was another thing. So it correlated multiple things. It correlated with finance, it correlated with occasions, whether that is a marriage month or not. Then it correlated with multiple scenarios like whether it is Christmas or whether it is winter season, summer season, what sort of products that. I'm speaking only about the shirts. And what happened is their sourcing was limited and their shelf life reduced to 1.6 months. So when the Otto shirt was there, after the sourcing, before it was 4.9 months, now it is only 1.6 months. It is something like when I was selling only one shirt for 5 months, now what happened is the same shirt, I'm able to sell it for 1.5 months. So that is more like productive. What as a user that you need to build is, say if you're a small shop, you need to start, as I said, you need to build your consumer analytics, you need to keep track of your inventory, and you need to start having a customer engagement channel. Now, it doesn't take any more programmers or any complex process to digitize your store. I'm not telling to move digital, I'm telling that you need to go near your consumer. Now, if you are a street away, go into the fingertips of the particular consumer. That is what the top brands are doing, so why can't we? So what happens is, how you can do that? So there is 10 ways of doing it. The easiest way is WhatsApp. What automatically can do, you can just have a small pamphlet or you can just tell your consumers to contact you on WhatsApp. And then what happened is now there was one apartment, there is one closed living of 1,500 apartments. Recently during COVID, 3 weeks back, they start one person in that started a small food shop. What he did is he added everybody, he created a group and he added everybody in that particular complex. He created some 10-5 groups and he started posting the daily menu. Automatically, obviously on the first day, half of the people left the group. But what happened is more people started rejoining after this COVID is because they don't find more shops there and because he's there available. And he's just provoking the senses of the people on what is available on the morning, what is available in the afternoon, what is available in the night. So after 3-4 days, more orders starts working, and within this 25 days, I am able to see how gradually how rapidly his business has been developed. So he just started with 2 people, now more than 7-8 people are working in the same shop, and he has took the adjacent shop and the adjacent shop. So now 3 shops are working, and he started delivering. So this experience that he is able to give only because of the customer engagement. If he is not able to do that, and if he was there as a single shop person, what happened is he would remain the same or he would have closed down. But now, just because of this engagement that is there, The second thing is you can start, the second easiest thing is you can just ask them for an connect via Facebook or for connect via email. Now nobody is reading an email. So you can just connect via Facebook or Instagram and you can just start using the same way as apps. If you are a large scale provider, then you can go for third party integrations, you can go for APIs and custom. And who needs to do email and who needs to have insight messages is, say, as a retailer, if you are there in a medical segment, then what you need to do is you need to go for this email thing. Why the medical segment is more prioritized than WhatsApp, Facebook, WhatsApp, and email is because you will be in WhatsApp. It is difficult to integrate the auto reminders, and it is more complex because you need to have multiple third-party tools to have. Whether if you have email, what happens is you can send the daily reminders. As a small, there was a pharmacy in Patna, I think. I forgot the name. So they started, that is a pharmacy chain. They started with 30 shops. Now they are growing into 300 shops. Last week back, they had a huge valuation and now they're expanding into the entire northern India. It is, they didn't do anything. If somebody is purchasing diabetes medicine, then automatically they have built a system where that can send automated messages to the consumer 2 days before the stock is expiring. So it is something like I am purchasing diabetes medicine, I have purchased insulin. What happened if this is going for 5 days? On the third day or on the fourth day, if I'm getting a message or an email from the shop saying that your message is going to expire tomorrow, whether you want to deliver the messages, whether your product is going to expire tomorrow, whether you want to deliver the same insulin tomorrow. If he automatically types yes, then it is like, I don't want to search for another consumer. And he'll be so happy because you don't want to again go. He can just deliver that. So if you are there in the immediate segments, then you can directly go for emails or reminders or what you're doing till now. So you need to have this customer engagement. The second thing is, if you are building a website, now say everybody is having a website, even small shop or even the people who are selling, the homemakers who are selling saris or other ornaments, they are also having a website saying you can directly go to a website, book, automatically an order is generated and then the product will be shipped. What is the technologies that they need to implement other than just creating a website? These are the 6 tick marks that they need to have in their website. The first is they need to have a session data. See, like I said, in the physical store, as you are having customer analysis, how much, whether the customer is coming frequently or not, whether he is there, or how much time, whether a person is recurring to me, whether he is a new customer or an old customer. So like that, in a digital, you can get the data only if you are integrating session data. So session data is like, now if you see more websites, when you go, they'll ask like, your cookies, we are storing your data in your cookie, allow, deny, allow. We are going to get your physical data, we are going to get your data, we want to know your location, allow or deny. So why are they getting this? They want to know what is the number of visits, how much time you are there, from which location you are coming, whether the person is buying or not. We need to know how much people have visited our website and how much people have. From that website, you can even integrate Google Analytics, which will show from your home page how many people are going to which product page and everything. So the session data, you can directly integrate Google Analytics, which is free of cost. That is called as GTag. And then that is there. The profile and demographics is, you can have a login option or a sign up option where you can tell if you are buying a product. Normally, no, all the websites are having login and sign up. But if you are buying a product, if you are filling all these details, you can get 5% discount or 10% discount. They don't understand. Everybody is feared that what people will do with my data, whether they are sending. Before it was like They used to take your number and they used to sell it to multiple marketing agencies. Now it is restricted by DND. So you can just provoke them to give their data by having an option of offer or some other thing login. And then you need to have customer inquiries, or you can have a physical, you can have a schedule appointment feature, and you need to have whatever the offline campaigns that you're running, you need to interact, you need to have an interaction for that. So you can get an interaction. Why I'm telling this, see, as I said, the digital feel is not 100%. It is only 60, 55. I can say it is only 60%. That is why if you see the statistics of Myntra, 30% of returns are there. Why 30% is huge? You other than cost per consumer acquisition, if you just see the cost of delivery charges and taking the return charges, it itself is 200, 300 rupees. Say some 200 or 500 people are booking the orders daily and returning, then the cost is huge. So for this, what happens is you need to have a physical store visit as multiple option. If you don't have physical store visit, you can have them as a meet, whether it is on a Saturday or a product meet, or say you can just have a stall or something. And then you need to have a web behaviors. Web behaviors can also be integrated via the Google Analytics. For the customer inquiries, physical store and offline visit CRM, either you can have GoFrugal or you can have Freshdesk integrated. And e-commerce, you need to have e-commerce. And for campaign interactions, you can have multiple things, like for email, you can have MailChimp. For SMS, there is multiple providers. And for push notifications for apps, you can create, like there is AppMania and some other people. And for e-commerce also, so you need to have loyalty points, you can have membership fees. So you can just tell the membership fees is 2,500, but it is zero. So what all the benefits that membership can apply? See, like Swiggy, initially he had given free delivery and he had given offers saying that the product costs only 10 rupees, 15 rupees. He had created a habit. Now everybody is booking it, and now he's charging for delivery. So what you are doing to encourage you to consistently buy from Swiggy, he started giving Swiggy wallets and memberships, saying if you are a member of Swiggy, then if you are paying 365 rupees a month, then automatically your delivery is at free of cost. If you are paying 99 rupees, 10 deliveries is free for you. If you are paying 299 rupees, then 25 deliveries is free for you. Because the moment you started paying for the subscription fee, and if you don't buy, and at that moment, if some offers are coming, if some emails are throwing, if some messages are coming in, if some WhatsApp images are coming in on offers, campaigns, and everything, so people will start triggering it. Ultimately, what we need to do is the offline retail segment, we are there. We are doing the stores is there, the products are there, but it is not consistently being triggered by your consumers. Just start triggering your consumer once in a week. Once in a week, send them messages on saying what is the available products, or what is the upcoming products, or what is the in-house delivery that you need, what is the offers that you can give. So that your consumers, if your consumers started retaining, say 50% of your consumers started retaining, then that itself will reduce your cost per consumer acquisition cost. That is a big thing. And the next is, so this is more advanced of hyper automation, where if you are a big brand, what happens is the big brands are started implementing this processes. First, they started with task automation, then they go for process automation. Task automation is, say for example, every morning 9 a.m. they need to have the count of inventory check. So you can do that by IFTTT. IFTTT is if then this that, if this then that. So it is something like you can, like whatever the technologies I'm speaking, there is no need of programmers or nothing. This is all the online tools that are available. You can just go check. IFTTT is something like logic. You can just say if you are integrating Google Alexa, or whether you are integrating your store CRM, or whether you are integrating Gmail or HubSpot or anything. It is something like you can just write logic. If this customer is buying for 1,000, message him this offer code. If this product is quantity is less than 20, create a reminder. If this product is not selling for more than 25 days, create a reminder. So this all the technologies that you can create using IFTTT, IFTTT. So that is one technology that is available for task automation. This can be used whether by a small brand or big brand or by anybody. Then the process automation is on supply chain management, like how much is when the supply needs to be sourced. Say for example, for milk, when it needs to be sourced, when the lorry needs to start from where, what is the starting point, how many suppliers are there, how many suppliers have been given supplied milk today, how many liters of milk has been achieved, and when it will reach the factory, and when the fermentation process happened, when it will be ready. So this is all the process automation. Business operations is always the finance and everything. So now coming to the other segment, the event processing, conversational usage intelligence are the most advanced technologies that can be used. Say for example, if event processing is the advanced technology of task automation. Conversational UX is the advanced of process automation. Intelligence is the advanced technology can use for business operations. From business operations, by Excel, by pivot table, I can like do some operations, I can filter something, and I can create customized tables, customized analysis. But using intelligence like AI and machine learning, you can like integrate multiple things. So for the bottom one, you need to either have a specified team to work under you, or you need to give that project towards another person where they can develop. And that is for the top brands where conversational UX is they can have virtual assistants. So you just go, you don't know what the product is, you can create it. The most advanced technology that they're developing right now is the smart mirror. So that India is in probably in another next 10 years, the most all the digital retail shops will be converted into smart mirrors. Like ATM, what we'll have is smart mirrors that I'll tell you in the coming slide. So that is all used using conversational UX intelligence. And then what we are developing right now is the smart barcodes. See, as a hypermarket or as a supermarket or as the large scale stores, big stores, the theft is the biggest thing, and tracking the inventory is another big thing. So what we are developing is the alternate, so the existing solution they have is RFID. But the problem is RFID is very expensive. Frequency identification is like if you want to buy one tag, it costs 15 rupees, 20 rupees, or 10 rupees. Or I think the least is around 8.5 rupees. But what happens if you are integrating RFID to all those, then that becomes the cost is huge. So now what we are doing is we are creating a magnetic ink. So that it is a normal printer. We'll print the barcodes and we'll give it to you. We are having this magnetic ink that will print this barcodes, and these rolls that we are offering to the consumers, what they can just paste this sticker on the product, and it can't be teared unless detected. So we are having a specific glue manufactured for that. What happens is when you are moving outside of a particular frequency, when you're having this antenna, automatically it starts detecting. So instead of the inventory management and surveillance, we are reducing the cost. I'll just show the demo of that. Hope the screen is visible. So if you see this technology, this is just a normal magnetic. The distance between these two is around 5 feet. So it is more than enough for any product to come. So it is not like a normal product. It is not like the barcode needs to be scanned with a particular scanner. Here you can scan it at 5 feet. This will also implement the cashless transaction. Say 50 products are there. In one scan, now we are scanning around 750 products, but the advanced version that we are building right now is around 3000 scans per second. So in 1 second, it can scan 3000 different types of products and it can generate the bill in the next second. It is like as simple as that. And the next technology that I'm speaking is on, as I said, smart mirrors. See, jewelry, dresses, and cosmetics is being the most bought category other than the perishable items. And it is the consistent product category, whether it be people will be buying it in every month or 3 months once or 6 months once, but not more than 6 months. So in this maximum cycle is 6 months, and the least can be 2 weeks. So there are some different types of facial packs that is available. That the lowest is around 2 weeks. So for every 2 weeks, they are buying 2 facial packs and they go. See, the advantages of this is for the smart mirrors is you don't want to have the physical inventory and you don't want to have a large shop. Think that your shop is something like a small, say for example, they are supermarkets or hypermarkets or even a small shop can implement this. What happens is you can just take some 100 square feet of small shop space and you can have 4 mirrors with enormous digital inventory. It is not like you need to have only one warehousing and then you can start sending your products anywhere. Say in your metro stations, your shop can be there. This is the advanced technology that this is going to come, where you can shop on metros, you can shop on shopping mall, where you don't want to know how the lipstick looks like. See now, after multiple iterations also, after what the people now are doing is like when you're going and buying lipstick, they are putting it on your hand. They are telling whether this will suit you or not. But now it is not like that. It will automatically create a virtual lipstick like feature, whether the lipstick will suit you. So you can just see, yes, this shade suits me. No, this doesn't suit me. And then you can start buying it. Similarly for jewelry. Now what happens is if you're going into a jewelry shop, you're going into a dress shop, if the inventory is not there, they start moving. So now what happens is you can just have the digital inventory. This technology is upgrading. So we have completed our research on cosmetics and we are now going into jewelry and dresses. All over the world, Cisco has developed this, but they have not been accurate. Now we are so accurate right now. The opportunities for the students and for retailers in this segment is, if the students want to get into the retail, other than consumer experience, there is 2 segments that they can concentrate more. One is on big data. The second thing is on consumer analytics. The top brands and top tools, see there are multiple companies. Retail, I'm not speaking only about the top retail brands, or I'm not speaking about the brands that are directly in touch with the consumer, like whether they are a nationwide brand or a statewide brand. There is multiple companies like Grow Frugal and other companies, they are doing analytics on their consumers. Like their consumers are the retail people. And the students can target big data because that is where the more analysis is there. Like for inventory management, you can have a big data. For consumer management, you can have another big data. And for fleet management, IoT. So these 2 are the technologies they can do. And there is a edX, where the students can go. They can see the courses that is being offered on big data and on artificial intelligence and machine learning is the advancements of big data. Until you don't know how to work with big data, having the knowledge of AI and ML is waste. So you need to understand what all you need to, if more amount of data is given to you, how you can pull out n number of analysis, and what is the type of consumer analytics that you can give. So these 2 are the features. And on retailers, the 2 opportunities is they can implement tools on customer engagement, consistent customer engagement, and they can implement tools on sourcing and warehousing. So that's it. I think my presentation is completed.
Thank you so much, sir. It was so informative. And I think the technologies that is to be adapted by all kind of retailers has been comprised in this presentation, I think. And thank you so much, sir, for the wonderful presentation.
Thanks, ma'am.
Yes. So now we'll move on to the question answer session. So if anyone would want to post any questions to Mr. Vishnu Prasad sir, can raise your hands so that you will be asked to proceed further. யாருக்காவது கேள்விகள் கேட்கணும் அப்படின்னு நீங்க நினைச்சீங்க, raise hand raise option ஒன்னு இருக்கும். அதை raise பண்ணீங்கன்னா you can we'll guide you in how the question to be posted. So anyone would like to ask questions to Vishnu Prasad sir? Yes. Amurthavashini, நீங்க கேட்கலாம். Anyone would like to pose questions? Bala sir, would you like to share a few words, sir?
Thank you, Mr. Vishnu, and thank you and for all the participants. Welcome, Jagdish sir, founder of Venpil. Retail as such, in our country specifically, though online seems to be bringing in all the technologies, all the traditional retailers and all the retailers as such have always been adapting and adopting all the advanced technologies. But what is currently happening in terms of artificial intelligence, big data, and digital engagement, which is the need of the hour, that is the area that we seems to be giving lots and lots of opportunities for entrepreneurs and new startups as well as large retailers. It is time for everyone to understand and learn what is new and keep adapting and adopting changes. Thanks, Mr. Vishnu, for bringing in all the insights, specifically in-store customer analytics. Insights on customers have always been useful for everyone. For a retailer as such, who is always on the ground, the owner and retailers, they always know the customers, be it right from the time when the telephone-based calls were invented, where people used to call over the phone and ask a nearby shop to deliver what they want, and people used to deliver by the bicycles. And be it the time when saris and garments were given on the cycles, and jewelers used to bring home jewelry. It all used to be there in our culture. Just that right now, technology and the large giant seems to be having lots of focus in our country, because India in the next 10 years is likely to be the largest digital market, e-commerce market. Right now, the e-commerce market in India is currently around only 3% out of the overall 100% of retail consumption. So there is a huge opportunity. That's why everyone seems to be jumping into our country. But this opportunity is all open for all of us because we understand our culture. And thank you once again for Mr. Vishnu for giving us insights on this particular thing. And at this point of time, we would also like to open up the session for questions in any of the regional languages. People can be allowed to ask. So we will have translators to communicate and get back to you. And yes, because of COVID, there is a huge factor. The growth is 100% in the online. But when you compare to the overall retail consumption, 80 to 90% is still the traditional and the organized retailers. Though there is a little distinction and between organized and unorganized, every retailer, be it a kirana to everyone is organized. As a terminology, generally it is given to the largest players as organized and the normal players as unorganized. But everyone, unless until they're organized, the business cannot run. So in this particular stage, social commerce seems to be playing a bigger role, and there is a huge opportunity for people in Instagram, or be it video making, and lots of new evolving manners in which we can reach the customer. Continuously engage with the customer, continuously communicate to the customer is the mantra for today's success. Thank you.
Thank you, Bala sir, for your insights. And thank you, Vishnu sir, for the information on Smart Mirror, Amazon Go experience. And in fact, you have covered about big data and consumer analytics for our students. Definitely, our students will be interested in this. We will take it forward with our students. Dear participants, if you have any questions, you can post it in the chat box. Sir, we do not have a question in the chat box. However, there are few participants who would like to ask for some technical guidance from our speaker, Vishnu sir. So can I ask them to mail us or mail you, sir?
Not a problem, madam. You can mail me.
Thank you very much, sir. So otherwise, we can also take their questions.
And there is one custom client, Mr. Bhavesh, he wants to talk something.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, Mr. Bhavesh Solanki.
Sir, actually, I just wanted to have a brief chat, and I don't think we can do it on this because I just want to understand what is how I can take my retail, because I'm working into a tech retail startup, and somewhere I am stuck into strategies and all. But yes, that's what clarity was needed, and I took the contact detail. I've got it on the chat itself. I'll connect later, sir. As of now, I don't have any queries, sir.
Okay. Thanks, Mr. Bhavesh. We'll connect offline. Thank you.
Mr. Ram Raju.
Hello, sir. Hello, can you hear me, sir?
Yes.
Good afternoon, sir. I have a question regarding as the pandemic persists, how long it will took the retail sector to boost its sales or come back to the pre-COVID level? Because it is selling that to fascinate the whole country, it take about 2 to 3 years or something like that. So how long it will take the retail segment to come back to the pre-COVID level, the sales to boost the sales?
Sir, which sector, retail segment you are speaking about, sir? Say, for example, you are speaking about perishables or medicine, or whether it is clothing, or which sort of retail segment?
Like grocery or FMCG products, maybe.
Sir, FMCG and the products, it doesn't need to again revive back. It is already there into the system. Like I said, see now, till now, the one thing I'm saying is there is a shop near my home. He is open till 10 a.m. and he is closing off. But what he is doing is he's just sending, he is telling, sir, if you want to buy some products, just WhatsApp me at whatever the time, I can come and deliver it to you. So in this case, if you're having consistent consumer engagement, whether it is a COVID or not, see, before COVID, we don't have the consumer engagement because we'll have large amount of inflows. Now, if you are having consumer engagement to the people who are visiting you, then automatically you're there. And for medicines, grocery and perishables, FMCG, it doesn't need to revive. It is already there. Other than that, yes, it again takes another minimum a year or so to revive, sir. The only thing that you need to do is you need to start interacting with your consumers. You need to start engaging your consumers. So that is when you can create a demand. See, now people also don't wish to go out for COVID. So if you are having a delivery option, then I think you are good to go. That is my opinion.
Okay, sir. Sir, one more question. If I'm delivering directly to them, it will add more cost to my business now. More cost.
Yeah, you can charge delivery charges, and they are willing to pay. So when you are paying to Swiggy, why can't I pay to you? You can just ask them, and if it is just nearby street, then you can just deliver. It all depends upon your convenience. Whether you want to deliver to a larger extent, then you can automatically charge a delivery charge, and people will be willing to pay. So.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
It's become an habit now.
Okay, sir. Sir, I am taking an example you can like the example of DMart, hypermarket chain. So for that it will be hard. I heard that for the situation being it is closed.
Yeah, for them it is hard, sir, because they are more organized. See, the problem what happened is because of the COVID, the problem is there only for the organized segments. Where the DMart was there, where the Big Bazaar is there, it is there in the malls. So it is locked now. But you see, all the unorganized shops, they're open even in the COVID. And because the time is reduced, the customers, instead of going whenever they want, they started flocking in the morning. So today morning, when I went to the shop, there is around 30 people, 40 people in a small store. That is because the customers are still there. And you belong to which segment, sir? You belong to the top or hypermarket or low segment? Which sort of segment? Then if you are belonging to the hypermarket category, then it is obvious. So you can also have your consumers, you can start engaging with your consumers and then you can go. So that is not a problem. Unless and until you are not situated, because now whatever the lockdown is there, I don't think there will be a full-fledged lockdown. If it is there, it can be only for some time. But the perishables and the goods, the vegetables, the needy goods, I think still the government is not having any restriction. I don't think they'll have in the future also to operate it. So you can operate it physically when the timings are given, and non-physically you can have a delivery option so that the products are there and the sales are happening.
Okay, thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
Dear participants, you can raise your hand so that we can unmute your audio if you would like to ask any questions, or you can post it in the chat box. Vishnu sir, we will take the questions through mail, where we've shared our mail ID and contact number. We will take the questions and get in touch with you for clarification, sir, if it is okay with you.
Sure, madam. Yeah, not a problem.
So, Reshma, are you there? Lalita?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Yes, Reshma and Lalita, we can, you can please start the vote.